the Reliquary and Batterskulls. So we'll see.
So we got Alex and Pat on the screen.
Yep, of course, it's Alex on your left. I'm sure you guys recognize his face. Pat on the right, maybe a less familiar face.
So Alex is on the play, drops a Ponder.
Didn't get to see what he did with it, although it looks like he kept because we didn't see a shuffle.
Another wasteland for Alex. Oh dear.
Bad memories right now. So he does have a second land though this time. A little different than last time.
Looks like, yeah, neither of them mulliganed this game. So.
Yep, so likely to see no one really stalling. Pat casting a Ponder, seeing a Daze, another Ponder, and a Delver, which he keeps.
Using those checklist cards. That's what I like to see.
Classy checklist.
Prefer the checklist cards over trying to sleeve up your double face cards any day. It's just much easier to deal with than, you know, running the risk of not having an opaque enough sleeve.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like players are going that route. And yeah, he drops the Delver, 1 mana up. So he's still going to be able to Daze, putting Alex on the back foot here. And if that Delver flips, Alex doesn't have a good way to block it except Vendilion Click.
Right. Yeah. And Lightning Bolt for the Noble.
Yep.
And
again, this must feel just like last match.
He just straight up just reveals the Ponder. Doesn't even look at it first.
He knew. He had the Ponder, so I guess he did actually know.
Yeah.
So swings in for
Set
3.
It up.
Putting the life total 17 to 20, I guess, still.
And drops another Ponder. Got a Tarmogoyf in there.
Yep, Tarmogoyf, Nimble Mongoose, and a fetch land. Yeah, he says that's fine. Just a mix of lands and spells, just what he needs right now. And plays Mongoose. And a nice tweet at SCG Live,
Aww.
Double Cali. What a nice treat.
Oh, it's a treat for me. All right, here comes Swords for the Delver, but...
Dazed.
Don't daze me, bro.
Oh, and Maze of Ith does not produce any mana. Though it will slow the bleeding a little bit.
It will make the Insect Aberration become a Delver of Secrets again.
Yep. So the Nimble Mongoose, oh, there's Threshold right there. Gonna transform that Nimble Mongoose into a 3/3 Shroud. And that's how it will stay. Unless Alex can find his Bojuka Bog, of course. It's the only way he has to interact with the graveyard.
Yeah. I don't know what Alex has in his hand, but...
Yeah, it doesn't seem like much right now. I think he needs mana more than anything. Blue, specifically. And Swords?
So Swords for the Tarmogoyf.
It's fine, sort of keeps parity for Alex Bertoncini, but he's taken 3 every turn.
And that Insect should be a Delver. Because I believe he Maze of Ithed it. Or no, it did.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the other maze. Excuse me.
Right. Yeah. This one's just gonna untap it. So
right.
Same thing virtually.
I'm thinking the maze from was it M11?
Mystifying Maze.
Mystifying Maze. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that one doesn't
Excuse
see
me,
too
guys.
much play
Sorry.
Legacy. Right, so Pat Brainstorms, and just a grip full of spells.
Wowee.
Lightning Bolt, Daze, Spell Snare, Force of Will, I believe.
What an insane combination of cards to have.
Yeah, not bad. Especially when your opponent has to act first, like Alex does. And that Nimble Mongoose can either be Wasteland, or not Wasteland, Maze of Ith, or Swords. And Maze of Ith untaps the Delver.
Yeah. Mongoose is getting in there.
Yep, dropping Alex to 8, now 7 from his fetch land. And Alex doesn't even have any Tarmogoyfs in his deck, so he can't even block that with Tarmogoyf.
Nope.
He can block it with Vendilion and Knight, but those are going to be hard to resolve because Pat has a Daze. Oh, and 2 bolts.
Alex goes for the Brainstorm here. And he's got a fetch land in hand. Didn't see what he put back.
Yeah, Pat having 2 lightning bolts means Alex is effectively at 1, and that fetch is not going to help. I don't think. So yeah, I thought Alex might be favored here, but Pat looks like he's going to take this game 1.
Well, he came out of the gates pretty quick.
Yeah, the Wasteland was really key, I think.
Oh, Alex. Alex knows wastelands.
No Crucibles in Pat McGregor's deck, though. Alex will be happy to learn that. Goes for a land with his fetch. At this
Goes
point,
to 6 and
yeah.
Pat's just gonna go EOT Bolt, Upkeep Bolt, and
Pretty much, yeah, and he's tapping out, so I do see a Force of Will, so he can counter 1, but I don't think that's going to be enough.
Pat goes for the days on the night.
We might see a Force of Will from Alex.
Yeah, if he forces the days, yep. It's gonna be lights out for. Oh.
Force back. That's interesting. I'm a little surprised he didn't just protect the lightning bolts, but either way, it looks like he's gonna take it down.
Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Well, as far as sideboarding goes.
Yeah, you know both players definitely gonna make some changes. Why don't you run us through Alex's sideboard?
Alex is probably going to be bringing in those Path to Exiles.
Yeah,
don't see Manriki Gusari coming in. Don't see I don't see Pride Mage coming in here.
No, 0 targets for the Pride Mage, it looks like.
Spell Pierce will probably be really good for him. Maybe even the Sword of Fire and Ice.
Yeah, if he can land that Sword of Fire and Ice, has protection from the lightning bolts, has protection from every blue creature, the Delver and the Snapcaster.
Mm-hmm.
So probably we'll see that one. Probably not Purify the Grave. Maybe Thrun.
Maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't fight Tarmogoyf very well.
It doesn't fight Delver either.
No, it doesn't. So maybe the one, because no, actually he doesn't even have Green Sun Zenith in his deck, so we can't even search it up.
Nope.
So probably just looking like Spell Pierce, Sword of Fire and Ice, Path to Exile maybe, Meddling Mage if he's feeling particularly ambitious with that guy, but probably not. And then Pat McGregor's sideboard, he has Spell Pierces, Ancient Grudges, Grim Lavamancers, Fairy Macabres, Life from the Loam, one of, and 3 Red Elemental Blast. So definitely we'll probably see, at the very least, the Grim Lavamancers.
Yeah, I think Lavamancers is definitely good.
Yeah, those kill every creature in Alex's deck except Batterskull Token and Knight of the Reliquary. So definitely seeing those. Definitely not Fairy Macabre. Maybe Life from the Loam if he feels like fighting a long game against Alex. He does have the Maze of Ith, so possible. Yeah. And Red Elemental Blast. Hasn't seen any Jaces from Alex yet, but if he fears he might have them, we might see those. In terms of things to take out, the Rug players we've seen so far didn't want to take out their Stifles, though I don't think it's very good.
Yeah, there's nothing really to stifle too much.
Right, it seems like best case scenario, you're either stifling a Wasteland activation or a Fetch Land, and
it's just not good. I mean, I'd rather have another card.
Yeah, especially on the draw, because if Alex knows that Pat has Stifle, he'll pop his Fetch Lands during his main phase, and he'll probably fetch basics too, since Alex knows Legacy pretty well. He knows he'll have to do that, so maybe he'll take out Stifle. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I think that's correct there. Might even, well, no. I was going to say maybe the Spell Snares, but I think that's going to be pretty good against the Stone Forges. So, because, I mean, Alex isn't playing Tarmogoyf. I mean, really the 2 drops he's got in his deck is Stoneforge and Snapcaster.
Right.
You know, but you know, Stoneforge Mystic could be pretty good against Pat, excuse me.
Definitely really good. And also, even though we know Alex doesn't have Tarmogoyf, Pat might not. So
it's true.
He might keep those snares in. I probably would, just on the fear of Tarmogoyf, since Tarmogoyf eats Nimble Mongoose really well. But we'll see. It looks like the players... Oh, they already have their opening 7, so they sideboard pretty fast. It looks like Pat is, of course, on the play. I think he's kept. And they both have.
Or Alex is on the play.
Oh, Alex is on the play, of course. He lost the game. Not choosing to draw, probably.
So, Alex goes for a turn 1 Ponder.
Yep. Fetching a non-basic, so if Pat has a Wasteland, which doesn't look like he does.
Looks like he
has 1 Wasteland, so he might be able to punish Alex if Alex misses on land here.
Looks like Pat had a Lavamancer, and he had a Brainstorm. I think I even saw Force of Will, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, no Force of Will.
Okay.
2 Brainstorms.
There's 2 Brainstorms, that's okay.
Whiteboard Brainstorms, classy. Don't see those much.
I've seen some people purposely play white bordered cards just to throw their opponents off. So
Hey, any little edge some players take. So Alex shuffling with the ponder, didn't find anything he liked. I'm not sure if he's searching for lands or spells, but we'll see if he can get it with a random
Can't
card.
quite see what's in his hand. Keeps putting it face down on the table.
Yep.
Like, come on, you're on camera. Let's see what you got, buddy.
He's trying to make it hard for us here. Oh, is that a Grim Lavamancer in Pat's hand?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's going to be very good
he's
against Alex.
Definitely going to lead with a Lavamancer, I'm sure.
Yep, Volcanic. And here he comes. Oh, no, Delver. Okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the Delver. Yeah, definitely lead with Delver.
Yeah, a little better. Attacking for 3 in the air. Better than 1 on the ground. And it looks like Alex has Noble Hierarch.
Another landform. Okay.
So getting past that crucial 1 land is Alex Bertoncini. And Pat doesn't just blind reveal. He looks at his wooded foothills. Not an instant.
He's going to come in swinging.
Yep. Going to take the 1. Going to 18 life.
A lot easier to take 1 than 3.
Yeah, that's for sure. So who do you think has the advantage after sideboarding here?
I think Pat's still got it.
Yeah.
I especially now just seeing the draw that Alex has, I don't think it's quite good enough to beat this rush, because I mean, Pat's got Lavamancer, he's got Brainstorms that keep digging, and
Lightning bolts too.
Lightning bolts, like it's.
Yeah, it definitely seems rough for Alex. Noble Hierarchs seem like they're a liability in this tournament.
Yeah.
All we've seen today is them just getting burned down, swords down, and players that play them in place of lands like Alex. Found out what happens sometimes.
And Alex goes to dig a little more.
Yep. Is this an end step brainstorm or main phase?
Looks like it was an instep.
So Alex digging for something here. Not a play we usually see him make. And we'll see if he found it.
It just seems like he's just been on the back foot.
Yeah, definitely. Even though he had the play, he's still facing down 1 creature. Has to end step.
Powerful creature.
Yeah. Creature that is going to transform at any minute. Half the spells in Pat's deck will transform that card. And we'll see. Nope. 0 for 2.
And swings in again.
1 more, bringing Alex to 16. And we'll see what he does here. I see a Mongoose peeking out there. Graveyard has only 2 cards right now. See if he goes with Grim Lavamancer or Nimble Mongoose.
I honestly think he should go with the Lavamancer. But, I mean, they're kind of counterintuitive,
Yeah,
though.
they really are.
It's like one or the other. Numbo.
I think normally he might go with the Mongoose here, but since that fetch land is his only source of green, he might go with the Lavamancer, wanting to save that fetch land for the Brainstorm.
Yeah. So he passes a turn, and Alex draws.
Still can't see what he has, really.
Legacy Open players, if you think you may have made the top 8
Nope.
of our event today, please
Just
either,
thinking
if
about
you're
his
not
play.
in your match, bring your deck up
Yeah, it
now,
looks like he
or
did
if
find the
you're in
lands he was
match,
probably
bring
looking
your
for with
deck
that
up afterwards
Brainstorm.
So we can do a courtesy check.
The only reason I can really think of for him to do an end step there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for him, Caracas not going to do much
No.
against Pat.
Doesn't look like Pat's got any legendary, guys.
No, mostly there to combo with his Vendilion Click, but that hasn't even made an appearance this match.
He's gonna.
I think I was Land, Lavamancer, and a third card?
He
Force
just
of
cast,
Will.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
cast Brainstorm. I think probably in response to the trigger, so he can stack up instant or sorcery on top, start swinging for 3.
Yeah, this is either end step or upkeep. Can't really tell right now. So it was upkeep, you're right. And that's a Path Exile.
Oh wow. And
Now, not all that bad. Oh, interesting.
Pat chooses not to shuffle
Not
or not to search.
Not to search. He thinks that the Brainstorm on top of his library is more valuable than a basic land. Unless, of course, he doesn't have any. Let's take a look.
Oh, Pat does not have any basic lands.
No basic lands in Pat McGregor's deck. Wow. I don't like that much at all. I think you have to play at least one basic, respect Path to Exile and Wasteland.
Yeah, well, I think people are more apt to play swords than they are to
Yeah.
play path.
Definitely true. Swords and Legacy pretty much strictly superior.
Agree.
So yeah, Alex definitely on the back foot. He has to capitalize with some sort of big spell, or that Lavamancer is just going to keep pecking away here. And a brother.
Ooh, 2 Lavamancer. Yeah, I think that Mongoose is going to be hanging out in Pat's hand for a while.
Yeah.
And Alex drops a Knight,
1 mana up too, playing around the days that Pat might have.
but he's got the Force.
Now, if Alex has any other threat, he won't be in bad shape because that Force used the rest of Pat McGregor's resources there.
Let's see. Is that a Batterskull in Alex's hand?
I think it might be. I thought I saw that too. A 3rd Lavamancer. Not what Pat wanted to draw.
Yeah. 3 might be too many.
Yeah, with
I like Lavamancer, but I think 3 might be too many.
just a little.
A wee bit much.
And a 3rd Lavamancer comes to play here. Alex on 13, so those really in danger of burning him out. He has 5 cards in the graveyard, 1 Wooded Foothills in play, so that's 6 damage minimum. So we'll see if Pat can find some burn to finish the job or a creature. Days in Alex's hand, yeah.
Alex is brainstorming, trying to figure out how to get out of this mess. But I don't know. He might be able to pull it out if he can remain in control of the game and get rid of those Lavamancers. But I don't. He doesn't really have a way to get rid of them like en masse. But
Right, I mean, swordsing them each individually doesn't seem too good because even one's going to do the job that 3 would do. So
yeah,
I think Alex has to kill his opponent before...
he is in the tank.
Not,
that is the face of a man who is concentrating hard.
not a happy Alex. Imagine you saw that face a lot last match.
Yeah. He's got another Knight.
That's going to be good for him. That Knight's going to let him search up Bajuka Bog, too.
Oh, that'll be really good for him.
Pat McGregor has nothing to counter the... oh, and there's the bog
There's
in
the
his
Bajuka
hand.
Bog.
That's really good for Alex.
Yes. And there goes Pat's graveyard.
Wow.
Into the exile zone. And those Lavamancers are 1/1s.
Not happy about that. And the Nimble Mongoose in his hand, of course, just hanging out. Wasteland not going to stop the Bajuka Bog from doing its thing, unfortunately. That was Pat's draw. So all of a sudden, just like that, it seems like the tide has shifted to Alex. Pat McGregor fingering his Lavamancers, thinking about attacking, getting in there.
Send in definitely gets Alex down to 11, and
Another card in his graveyard, too.
because he's got he can get 1 Lavamancer and a fetch. And I can't tell how many lands Alex has in his graveyard.
No, hard to tell. At least a couple, I think. I see a Trop and I see a Fetch. And Alex, not sure if he should block here.
He doesn't want his Knight to get burned out.
Oh, he didn't block. Wow. Dropping to 10.
Interesting.
Knight must be a 4/4, I would think, then. Trying to play around the Lightning Bolt that might be sitting in Pat's hand. But I think if you're Alex, you have to block because with Lightning Bolt, you're basically at 7. With Lavamancer, you're basically at 5, so...
So he drops the Mongoose.
Yep.
Trying to go for the aggro plan.
Yeah, next turn we
Attack with those 1/1s.
might see him turn him sideways again. Not what I expected to see in the last round of Legacy Opens. Three Lavamancers attacking. Alex not in a good spot here.
He's in a better spot than he was.
That's true.
But still not.
If that was a Batterskull we saw chilling in his hand, that would be key. Only way Pat really has to stop that is the Ancient Grudges if he boarded him in. Or Lavamancer shooting itself, of course.
Alex is...
Interesting. Tapping his knight.
He's got 3 floating,
Huh.
searching out another land.
Not sure what he's trying to do here. I would have thought he would need that blocker against those Lavamancers. But we'll see.
So he's got 4. Thrun. He did
Thrun.
bring in the Thrun. Okay.
Wow.
That's still pretty good.
So Thrun is a blocker.
Craft open, top 8
And
competitor.
double Wasteland cuts
Please
Pat
come to
McGregor
the
off from
tables
any
in
red
front of
mana.
the, Judge station.
Pat bins his trops and looks at his 1/1s against the 4/4.
Forlorn
He
1/1.
goes in.
And
And does he block the Mongoose or the Lavamancer?
I don't know. I guess the Mongoose, he decides. Probably smart. And he just ships back, did not draw a red source.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Pat is definitely in trouble now.
But if he draws even 1 red source, that's going to be a pretty quick clock. Because he can chump, shoot, chump, shoot, chump, shoot.
And is that another knight for Alex?
Oh, that would be really good if it was.
And
yeah.
there it is.
The 4th night, or the 3rd night of the Reliquary, I think.
So Alex is pondering whether or not he wants to send in his army.
I think he has to here.
He needs to win fast.
Because, yeah, this makes Pat McGregor, he can't attack now. Because if he does, I think he just dies on the counter swing.
Yep.
Might have been a checklist he just drew.
Can't quite tell.
But in Legacy, it seems like the tides can turn so quick. All of a sudden, a player's losing when a turn ago he was just crushing.
Yeah. I mean, that's what makes Legacy a great format, though. I mean, you can't count yourself out.
Yeah.
I mean, the decks are just so crazy, and there's so many, interesting interactions that, 1 second you might be in control, and then, you just draw a really powerful card, and...
Yeah, dead to Knights, dead to a Storm Kill, to a ton of stuff. Sometimes I guess all it takes is a Thrun.
Yeah.
A standard card, a card we saw a lot yesterday.
He's a pretty good card.
Yeah, not bad.
He gets in there, that's for sure.
And double block, he has to chump because he's only at 5 life.
Right.
Looks at the top card for Delver of Secrets. And unfortunately, there are no instants that produce red mana, so Pat McGregor scoops him up. They're going to go to a game 3.
All right. For all the marbles.
Yep. Both players definitely accustomed to this spot. Pat McGregor, I think, top 8 a couple SCG Opens, I want to say. And obviously Alex Bertoncini.
Of course.
No stranger. Alex happy after winning that game. Probably didn't think he was going to.
Ooh, I bet he's a little bit relieved there, but Pat's going to be on the plane.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a huge advantage for him, I think, going into game 3.
Definitely will be, especially if he has a turn 1 Delver.
Yeah.
That card is key. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Alex was laughing about drawing the Bajuka Bog.
Yeah, that was sick.
I think that was the key to the game right there. He wiped Pat's graveyard of 5 cards. So basically 3 Grim Lavamancer activations right there. That and also drawing the second Wasteland. He had to do both of those things to just win that game.
Yeah, he was able to pull himself out of that tight spot there, but he did it, and I think Pat's kind of raw. He's got that serious look like, oh,
Yeah.
but and two, if you think back, that game, Pat, I don't think Pat transformed a Delver.
No, he
and,
didn't.
If he can get another Delver turned into that gross flying bug thing.
Insectile abomination. If you haven't checked out the art on the flip side of Delver of Secrets, do
creepy. It is creepy.
It's like something out of like
The Fly.
yeah, like the Metamorphosis, the Fly, something like that.
Some like Kafka.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I love all the art in Innistrad. It is so beautiful. It's like that eerie beautiful. It's really good. I mean, well, I love Innistrad just in general.
Innistrad is my favorite set in the past 3 years for sure.
I haven't liked a set this much since Ravnica.
Yeah.
And I love me some Ravnica.
Ravnica was awesome.
Oh my goodness, Ravnica is stone cold like the nuts, like, but Innistrad is definitely up, like, close second.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think anything can beat Ravnica. It's going to be hard.
No, the first time they previewed, I think it was like Watery Grave. I think it was on the Magic the Gathering website. They previewed it. Everyone's jaw just collectively dropped. Midnight Eastern time, everyone was like, "Wait, what?
What?
Land, Island, Swamp? We've seen this before." So, Underground Sea, pretty good one, for sure. But both players shuffling up. Pat McGregor actually looked at sideboard before Game 3, so maybe he made a few changes. Maybe deciding to board out the Ancient Grudges because we saw no Stone Forges. Alex might have boarded them out. It wouldn't be the first time we see a player do that today.
Yeah.
The Ancient Grudge is just backbreaking. He only has 2 equipment in his deck, so if he even draws 1, kills both pieces of equipment. So both players with their opening hands.
Alex takes a mulligan.
Does not look very happy.
It's like Pat's going to be keeping his.
Yep, Pat's keeping.
Which is not a good sign for Alex.
No, never good.
There's probably a Delver in that 7.
Yeah, I'm sure Pat McGregor hopes so. It seems like every time we see Delver cast turn 1, it just wins the game. Yeah. Every time. So, and
the card is crazy nuts.
Yeah, I mean, Alex, he can force a will. I don't think he will. But his only other answers are really Swords to Plowshares on turn 1 because he definitely doesn't want to path it on turn 1.
Right. Oh,
although actually, Pat McGregor having 0 basics.
Yeah, Path is definitely better.
Actually, yeah.
Than Swords in playing against Pat, but
yeah.
Alex might not know that. But if he picked up on that Pat did not shuffle, or if he's familiar with the deck list, apparently the basic lands are not as popular in the Canadian Threshold deck. So.
Yeah, it's we haven't seen Nimble Mongoose in a while. I guess everyone really forgot about these decks, but not Pat McGregor with his 0 basics and 4 Nimble Mongoose.
And he leads with the Nimble Mongoose, not a Delver.
Still pretty good if he can get Threshold, but
Alex leads with Noble Hierarch.
Each with their 1-drop of choice here.
Oh, those green 1-drops.
Pat's hand looks like a Brainstorm, Snapcaster, Lightning Bolt, and I think a pair of Spell Snares, maybe?
Yeah, looks like Spell Snare. So he's going to ponder. See what he thinks about. So ponderous.
Yep, and
another Ponder, Force, and Brainstorm. That is definitely some saucy cards to see on the top of your deck.
But he's got to shuffle it away because he does not have a second land, yeah. Pat McGregor really banking on the random card draw here.
Ooh.
Really wants to hit this. Actually, yes, someone points out on Twitter, the return to Ravnica might be if...
Oh, I am praying. Where's Gavin? Hey, Gavin!
Yeah, exactly. We'll ask him about Dark Ascension some more. He loves that.
I hope they go back to Ravnica. That will be good. Oh, looks like he got the Wasteland off the draw.
Wow.
Wow.
So not bad. Instantly uses the Wasteland, too. Which is interesting against an opponent with Noble Hierarch.
And Alex goes and gets Batter Skull.
So they were in his deck, he just didn't draw them.
And so Pat goes to Brainstorm here. Looks like a Delver.
Delver land and
a Daze.
Daze. 1 turn late is the Daze. And Pat resolving his Brainstorm. He has the option of Wasteland or Tropical Island here. Let's see what he does. He would have loved to find a red source to play that Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, stop that Stoneforge from bringing in that Batter Skull. Because that is not going to be good for Pat.
Oh, Pat almost attacked with that Mongoose.
Wow.
That would not have been good.
Goes to Wasteland.
So he has to pray Alex has no land here. But I see one peeking out.
Yep.
And that Batter Skull, backed up by an Exalted Trigger, is going to take 5-point chunks out of Pat's life total.
There's nothing he can do about it unless he's got a Stifle, which I don't think he's got.
Yeah, I think he might have sided those out.
Here we are. We should take out those Stifles. Oh, wait.
Oops. But
well, I mean, that's kind of a situational thing.
Right. Plus, I mean, he could just do it again next turn, so
Right.
it doesn't matter too much. Pat McGregor facing down the business end of a Germ token right now. And pretty hard to race with Delver Secrets when 5 lifelink occurs every turn. Alex, still not done with his turn. Might even have more spells.
He played a Windswept Heath.
Mm-hmm.
He's going for a Brainstorm.
Brainstorm.
It's like main phased.
Yep.
It's like an island. I think I saw a Snapcaster in there just a moment ago.
It's going to be very good for Alex. Keep the pressure up and be able to replay that Brainstorm.
Yeah, wow. I don't know what Pat's opening hand was, but I don't think it was quite aggressive enough.
No, we've seen a lot of people keep one-landers this weekend, especially on the play, and I don't think a single one has won the game yet.
Right, so Delver's going to transform into the insectile aberration.
That's going to swing for 3. Not even be able to knock Alex under 20 life, though.
Yeah. Ooh.
So in case you're just joining us, the board right now, a Flip Delver of Secrets, a Nimble Mongoose, and 2 Tropical Islands for Pat McGregor, facing off against a Tropical Island, a Tundra, 2 Noble Hierarchs, a Stoneforge Mystic, and a Germ Token equipped with Batterskull for Alex Bertoncini. Alex firmly in control right now.
Untaps and did not quite catch what he drew there. He flips his cards so fast.
Yeah, we'll have to tell him off after this match, I think.
Well, a lot of players, they fiddle around with their cards. I'm guilty of it too. Like, I just flip my cards constantly when I'm playing. So, and
That's
Pat
it.
packs it in. And Alex takes the match.
Yeah.
He's looking pretty happy.
Yeah, makes another Star City Games top 8, trying to extend his Player of the Year lead right now.
So, I mean, this top 8, if Jerry also made top 8, this could really throw the Player of the Year race in for a loop.
Yeah, they're looking to leave Edgar Flores behind in the dust here, trying to make it a 2-horse race. We'll see if they can do it. And, yeah, Pat McGregor does not look too happy. But one thing you can be happy about is that Star City Games Live is brought to you by, of course, StarCityGames.com. And in case you haven't heard, you can now qualify for a StarCityGames.com Invitational, of which there are 5 next year, through the IQs, the Invitational Qualifiers. These are held at the local game stores. Now, if you're a player looking for an IQ near you, or you're a store owner interested in hosting one of these events, contact SCGIQ at StarCityGames.com, and you can also learn more by visiting StarCityGames.com/IQ.
Yeah, we're actually only going to be having 4 invitationals
4?
next year.
We've been
only 4. We wish we could do 5, but just 4.
We've been telling people 5 all weekend. So
Oh no!
4 next year, I guess. I guess it is.
It's all right.
I think they're revisiting